Class A at Tecumseh. Come back with today's starting lineups. You're listening to Rams Baseball on Mix 95.3.
Looking to make a difference? Team OC's Youth Mentoring Program is here to help kids in Orange County reach their full potential. Our mission, to expand child's possibilities through a community-wide mentoring program for kids 7 to 17. We provide support, guidance, and a caring adult to lean on. You can be a part of their journey. Become a mentor or make a donation. Join us at 262 West Court Street, Paoli, or visit teamocmentoring.org. Questions? Call Executive Director Priscilla Woodrum at 812-653-0288. Team OC, expanding possibilities one child at a time.
Looking for a bank that actually puts you first? Then it's time to meet Springs Valley Bank and Trust Company, where banking feels a little more human. Whether you're saving for a rainy day, chasing your first home, or planning that someday retirement dream, we've got your back every step of the way. Enjoy personal service, local decisions, and real people who care about your goals. Stop by your local Springs Valley Banking Center or visit us online at svbt.bank to get you started. Loyal to you, your family, and your future. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Conference rivals and county rivals, Springs Valley and Paoli, ready to go at it here the second time this season, this time at the friendly confines of Trinkle Field, the home of the Rams, as we get set to go for high school baseball on this Monday afternoon. Let's take a look at today's starting lineups. First of all, for the visiting Springs Valley Blackhawks, 9-8 overall, 3-3 in conference play. Leading it off will be the senior center fielder, Manny Pantoja. Hitting second will be the third baseman, Tanner Hall. Hitting third to shortstop, Simon Allstott. The cleanup man is the first baseman, Mackie Lowe. Hitting fifth in right field today, Hunter Thomas for the Blackhawks. The sixth spot, that is the second baseman, Blake Buchanan. Hitting seventh out in left field is Garrett Hahn. Hitting eighth, the catcher, Braylon Kovas. And ninth, the DH, Dylan Apple. He will hit for the right-hander, Landon Weeks, on the mound today for the Springs Valley Blackhawks. Weeks comes in 3-3 on the year, 4.20 ERA. He has pitched 25 innings, given up 25 runs. 15 of them have been earned. 15 hits, 34 strikeouts, and 20 walks here so far this season. Manny Pantoja, the senior center fielder, hitting .340 on the year, will be the first batter of this ball game to face Austin Chastain. Chastain, a fastball, slider, changeup. He must be effective, and wanting to work a little bit quicker here today will be the goal for Coach Jeremy Payton. As we're set to go, glad you're joining us here this evening, and the first pitch of the game is going to be outside for ball one. Pantoja, 5 RBIs, 5 stolen bases so far here on the season. Chastain ready to work. Riley Coate is the catcher for the Rams, and there's a strike at the knees on the inside part of the plate for strike one. Is Dom Garcia at first, Tyler Hannon at second, Cooper Spires at short, and Kirkland Hughes at third, the Rams infield here this afternoon. The 1-1 pitch it on the ground at one hopper. Hughes fields it cleanly at third, throw across the diamond, and there is one up and one down here in the top half of the first. Rams outfield today, Aiden Hickman in left, Justin Thornton in center, and Raleigh Clunk is in right field today for Paoli. That'll bring up Tanner Hall to the plate, the junior third baseman, hitting .298 on the year. Step in from the left side here. Face Chastain for the first time today, and there's a strike on the knees at the outside part of the plate for strike one. Chastain, again, like all pitchers, needs to get ahead of the hitters, and so far he's been able to do that. The strike one pitch on the way to Hall is going to be low and inside, and the count goes to 1-1. We mentioned the wind blowing in brisk at times, so if you're going to get one up in the air and out of here today, you're going to have to get a pretty good stroke on it. The 1-1 pitch is hit foul down the left field line, and that'll be out of play, and that'll be strike two on Hall. 1-2 the count. Just getting started here. Pantoja opened up the game with a ground out to the third baseman. Chastain, the right-handed senior, on the mound for the Rams, ready to deal, brings the pitch in, and there's a breaking ball, and it's going to be too far outside, and the count pulls even to 2-2. Chastain has a sign from Coate, and the 2-2 delivery on the way to Tanner Hall is a swing and a miss, and that'll be strike three and out number two of the inning, and for Chastain, that'll be his first strikeout recorded here in the ball game. And that will bring up Simon Allstott, the freshman shortstop here today Allstott coming in hitting .286 on the year, 9 RBIs, 3 doubles, 1 triple, and 8 stolen bases to his credit. He looks at the first one low and outside for ball 1. 2 outs in the inning, nobody on here for the Blackhawks. Chastain ready to work, trying to make it a clean 1-2-3 inning if at all possible. Pitch in Allstott, a little check swing, and that's going to make its way out into the parking lot, and in fact, hitting the Blackhawk bus. And the count goes to 1-1. Simon Allstott digging in, stands close to the plate, deep in the batter's box. Straight away in the outfield for the right-handed hitter, and he pops one up in the air. And coming back is Coate, and he lost it for a second, didn't get back, just stayed in the field of play by about a foot. And the count goes to 1-2. Hughes had no chance at it down at third base coming in. And Chastain gave a look, but also too far to find it. Just didn't get up in the air a lot that Riley could locate it enough to get underneath of it. It'll still go down as a strike, and the count goes to 1-2. 2 outs, bases empty for the Blackhawks. Chastain has the sign that he wants, and the 1-2 delivery on the way. And it's going to be just a little bit high, and the count goes to 2-2. Good job by Allstott to lay off that one with the 2-strike count. Chastain ready to deal again. He has the 2-2 on the way to Simon Allstott. This one's popped up again and will make its way back and out of play behind us over towards the concession stand. And we get a couple of those balls retrieved in that have been fouled, and the count remains 2-2 to the third man in the order for the Blackhawks, Simon Allstott. Bases are empty for Valley with 2 outs here in the top half of the first. Chastain's wind and pitch. Ooh, this one's inside. Allstott had to duck out of the way of that one, and it goes all the way back to the backstop. And the count goes full at 3-2. Allstott has worked a full count, trying to become the first base runner of the day here for Springs Valley. Chastain has the sign from Riley Coate. The wind and the payoff pitch on the way, and it's a ground to chopper to the Spires near the bag. Going to throw across the diamond, and he is there in time. And it is a 1-2-3 inning for Austin Chastain as the Hawks go down in order at the end of a half inning on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. There's Valley 0 and the Rams coming to bat. You're listening to Rams Baseball on Mix 95.3.
Springer Insurance is proud to support our Paoli Rams as they work toward a successful season. The hard work that goes into training and preparation is something we truly value. Mark, Daniel, Thomas, and Greg will work with our team at Indiana Farmers Insurance to find the best coverage for your home, auto, farm, or business. Visit us at Springer Insurance in Orleans or call 812-865-3133. We love taking care of customers as much as we love our Rams. Go Rams!
Rams will get their first crack here of the day as they get set to come to the plate for the first time here this afternoon. And they will face the right-hander, that being Landon Weeks for the Springs Valley Blackhawks as they get set to go here. As Hawks went down 1-2-3 in their inning of play, and see if the Rams can come up with the first runs here of the ball game in this contest. As we get set to go here in this ball game. Weeks coming in on the year. Landon so far is 3-3, as we mentioned, 4.2 ERA, 25 innings, 25 runs, 15 of them have been earned. He's given up 15 hits, struck out 34, and has walked 20 so far this season. As we get set to go, and for the Rams here, their starting lineup this afternoon, it will be Cooper Spires to lead it off, the shortstop. Spires, followed by Kirkland Hughes. Then it'll be Tyler Hannon, the second baseman. The cleanup man is Dom Garcia, the first baseman. Hitting fifth, the right fielder, Raleigh Klunk. In sixth will be center fielder Justin Thornton. In the left field, hitting seventh, Aiden Hickman. Hitting eighth and catching, Riley Coate. And pitching and hitting ninth will be Austin Chastain for the Paoli Rams here today. As he digs in, does Cooper Spires, coming in hitting .235 on the year, but not a high average, but it has been going up. That's been the good news. And he pops this one to the looper behind second baseman. Right there is Buchanan on the throw, and he gets him. A nice play by Blake coming in. And there's one pitch and one out in the inning for the Rams. And that'll bring up Kirkland Hughes to the plate. Kirkland, the senior third baseman, has caught and played some shortstop and pitched as well this year, hitting .321 on the year. Behind the plate, Braylon Kovas for the Blackhawks, Mackie Lowe at first, Blake Buchanan at second, Simon Allstott at short, and Tanner Hall at third. First pitch is a right side of the infield, and it's going to find its way through for a hit off the bat of Kirkland Hughes. First hit of the ball game for the Rams, and they have a base runner on down at first with one out here in the inning. So Kirkland Hughes trying to get something going here for the Rams. And that'll bring up Tyler Hannon, who had the game-winning hit back on May the 1st down at Springs Valley. Tyler, again, has struggled early, but coming on, hitting .209 on the year. Leads this team in RBIs with 14. Weeks will now have to pitch from the stretch. As Lowe holds the base runner on, the first pitch is again hit to the right field down the line. That's maybe trouble as outfielder quickly going over there is Thomas. He gets it back in, and that'll be a stand-up double for Tyler Hannon going the opposite way, and the Rams have runners on its second and third as Hughes able to motor over down to third base, and the Rams have something going here in the first inning. And that'll bring up Dom Garcia to the plate, the Rams' first baseman. Dom hitting .271. He also has 14 RBIs, tied there for the lead with Hannon. A chance here now to give his team an early lead. Blackhawk outfield, Garrett Hahn in left, Manny Pantoja in center, and Hunter Thomas in right. Rams have been going the opposite way here against the right-hander Landon Weeks in this first inning. Weeks from the stretch, pitch in is going to be low and inside for ball one. Dom Garcia, .271, and a senior. Again, this is a senior-laden team for Coach Jeremy Payton. They've got off to a slow start, a lot of close games, but as we mentioned, they have won 4 in a row. Next pitch to Garcia. He tries to go the opposite way, but he lifts it up foul and out of play. And that'll make the count now 1-1. We mentioned Valley through with their conference play, even though this is a conference team that not count in the conference standings. The Hawks ended up splitting their conference games, going 3-3. The next pitch in is fouled again, out of play down the right field line over the Blackhawk dugout. And that'll make it a count at 1-2 on Dom Garcia. Outfield straight away against Garcia, and at medium depth, third baseman Hall trying to hold the runner on as close as he can. Big gap there between shortstop and third in the hole. Now Hall retreats, and this one's hit on the ground. A chopper coming in as Hall. His only play is going to be to first, but a low throw. But Mackie Lowe does a nice job. Here comes run one in. Here comes the second. And Tyler Hannon, good base running, does not hold up from second as he chugs in. And the Rams, on a ground out, will get 2 runs to score. So Dom didn't hit it hard, but he put it in play and created some havoc. And that will allow the Rams to jump out now to a quick 2-0 lead on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. Bases are empty, but 2 in for Paoli to jump out to a quick 2-0 lead. And Raleigh Cluck comes to the plate, bases empty with 2 outs. Rams right fielder looks at one high and inside for ball one. Raleigh, a sophomore, hitting .260 on the season. As Weeks trying to get this one third out and bring this inning to a close without any further damage. This breaking ball is inside, and the count goes to 2-0. So a couple of ground outs, a single and a double, and the Rams are on the scoreboard here first, 2-0. Weeks ready to work. The wind and the pitch home. It's a fastball. It's going to sail outside, and Clunk has jumped out to a 3-0 count here with 2 outs in the inning. Should he get on, Justin Thornton would come to the plate for the Rams. Ready to deal. Here comes the pitch in, and that's a beauty. And strike at the knees on the outside part of the plate to Clunk, and the count goes to 3-1. So some damage done here by the Rams in this first to take a 2-0 lead. Weeks' next delivery is going to be hit out into right field over as Thomas and gauged it perfectly. and that will be out number 3 here for the Rams in this bottom of the first, but for Paoli. They come up with 2 runs on 2 hits. There was nobody left on, and there were no Blackhawk errors. At the end of 1 on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard, Paoli on top, 2-0. You're listening to Rams Baseball on Mix 95.3.
Every day, children in our community enter the court systems because of abuse or neglect, and they need someone to speak up for them. That's where CASA comes in. Our volunteers stand beside them, making sure their voices are heard and their best interests come first. It's incredibly important work, and we need more people willing to make a difference. I'm Chrissy Evans, Orange County CASA Director. If you've ever wondered how you could help a child in a meaningful way, I'd love to talk with you. Call 812-723-2411.
Once upon a time, you spent your money on candy and video games. Now, you're trying to save up for that new thing you just gotta have. Level up your money game. Ask your parents to help you open a smart spending account at Hoosier Hills Credit Union. It has all those cool things like your very own debit card, or transfer money easily to your friends. Also perks like no monthly fees and an app on your phone to manage your money. Smart money moves? Total main character energy. Hit up HoosierHills.com and get started. Federally insured by NCUA.
Blackhawks went down 1-2-3 in the top of the first inning against the right-hander Austin Chastain, and now he begins his second inning of work with a 2-0 lead. He'll face hitters 4, 5, and 6, Mackie Lowe, Hunter Thomas, and Blake Buchanan, due to the plate here today for the Blackhawks in inning number 2. And Mackie Lowe coming in, hitting .358 on the year as a junior, 11 RBIs, 3 doubles, and 1 home run to his credit. That homer coming Saturday over the right field fence down at Valley against Trinity Lutheran. Blackhawks trying to fight back, trail here early, 2-0. First pitch by Chastain is going to be outside for ball 1. Lowe, a left-handed hitter, steps out, now back in. Outfield swung a little bit towards right against the lefty. Chastain ready to work. The ball 1 pitch is popped up in the air and going to be fouling out of play over to the left of our vantage point to the home standing stands of Paoli. A couple of the people had to scatter there just a bit, and the count goes to 1-1. 2-0, Rams on top, just beginning here the second inning at Trinkle Field on a perfect day for baseball. Next pitch is hit on the ground. A weak roller, second baseman. Hannon has it. Throw over to first, a little high, but Dom goes up to pull it out of the air. And that'll be 1 up and 1 down here for the Blackhawks in the second inning. To the plate, Hunter Thomas, the right-handed, right-hitting right fielder for the Blackhawks. Hunter coming in, senior on this ball club, hitting .300 on the year, 16 RBIs to lead this team, 3 doubles and 1 home run. 1 out, nobody on, and Thomas looks at the first one low for ball 1. It was a pitcher's duel through the first game. Now Chastain, he wants to try and keep it right here. Coach Jeremy Payton said before the game, if we can get up to 4 runs, he said, that kind of seems to be our magical mark, and the Rams are halfway theirs. Thomas makes a big cut and miss for strike 1, 1-1. Coach Joe Wilson said, with that 4-game winning streak, his Hawks have had some confidence. He said, we've just been doing the little things, and that seems to get this team clicking. There's a foul at the plate off the bat of Thomas for strike 2. There's 1 out in the inning. Nobody on here for the Blackhawks. Wind continues to gust at times, blowing in from center field. It's Chastain ready to work with 1 out in the inning. The count 1-2 to Thomas. The pitch home, and there's a strike at the knees to freeze him, and that'll be strikeout number 2 and out number 2 of this inning. So Chastain, a nice job here, coming up with that strikeout, again his second of the game. And that'll bring up Blake Buchanan. As we mentioned, Buchanan had a 2-run homer in the first game between these two ball clubs. He steps in from the right side. Nobody on, 2 outs, and takes a hack at the first one and pops it up out of play, and it's going to make its way over to the parking lot behind the stands of the visiting Blackhawk fans here today for strike 1. Blake coming in today, hitting .292 on the season, 9 RBIs. He He's had 2 doubles, of course, that 1 home run, and also 9 stolen bases. So if he can get on, he is a threat to move. Strike 1 pitch from Chastain in the dirt. Good block by Coach behind the plate, and the count goes to 1-1. Austin Chastain trying to make quick work of it here, as we mentioned, coming in. A great ERA of 1.68, even though the record is 1-3. This one's popped up, and it's going to be back our way, and it's going to be behind us and out of play, and the count goes to 1-2. Very rarely do we see some foul balls come our way in a game, but so far we've had several here, and we've only played an inning and 2/3. Chastain now 1 strike away from making it another 1-2-3 inning. Pitch home, and it's going to be low and outside as Buchanan takes ball 2, 2-2. If Blake is able to get on, Garrett Hahn in the on-deck circle here today for the Blackhawks. Rams lead it 2-0. 2-2 pitch to Blake, and he is going to be called out. So back-to-back strikeouts looking from Austin Chastain on that low outside pitch. And it is another 1-2-3 inning for Paoli as they lead it now 2-0, coming to the bottom of the second. You're listening to Rams Baseball on Mix 95.3.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Jeremy Payton, your Bedford Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why Edward Jones and Jeremy Payton is a proud sponsor of high school sports on WUME. For all of your investment needs, call Jeremy Payton or visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Sleep better knowing your home is protected. Imagine rainstorms rolling in, and you at peace knowing your home is protected by the best in the business. Join hundreds of Indiana homeowners who trust Summers Seamless Guttering. Your fully insured local experts in gutter installation, gutter cleaning, and gutter guard protection. Whether it's a new construction or time to replace your old leaky gutters, we have you covered. Our American-made seamless gutters are custom cut on-site, backed by multiple warranties for your peace of mind, installed by local experts who treat your home like their own. Love your home? Protect it properly. Choose Summers Seamless Gutters today and enjoy peace of mind all year round. Contact us now because the best protection starts at the top. Don't let rain damage cost you thousands in repairs. For a free estimate on any gutter service, call 812-620-4762 today. That's 812-620-4762. Summers Seamless Guttering, protecting Hoosier homes one gutter at a time.
Rams lead it 2-0 as Justin Thornton comes to the plate to start off the bottom of the second. Takes a big rip at that one and fouls it back off the screen for strike 1. Thornton trying to get things rolling here for the Rams in the second. Justin coming in, the junior, hitting just 159 on the year, but has started to settle in and start to do some things that just to get on base. And again, he is such a good athlete, he can create some havoc out on the base pass. Strike 1 pitch is a fastball on the inside part of the plate, swing and a miss for strike 2. Weeks gave up those 2 runs on 2 hits, but it was just good heads-up base running on one of the runs by Tyler Hannon on the slow chopper to the third baseman that got the out at first. But, man, Hannon just did not break stride coming around. There's a shot, a one-hopper back to the pitcher, fielded cleanly by Weeks. A little lob throw over to Mackie Lowe. And there's 1 up and 1 down in the inning. Good job by Weeks to field his position on the mound. And that will bring up Aiden Hickman to the plate for the Rams. The senior left fielder hitting just 158 on the year. He'll stand in from the right side. There's 1 out in the inning and nobody on for Paoli. This is how they got things started, though, back in the first inning with 1 out. First pitch into Hickman is high for ball 1. Aiden out in left field. He's played some right field as well this season, but has been playing the corners most of the time when it does come to the outfield spots. The fastball overthrown a bit that time by Weeks, and the count goes to 2-0. Nobody on, 1 out here in the inning for the Rams. Weeks ready to deal. The right-hander brings it home. Another fastball, ripped foul back off the screen in front of us, and the count goes to 2-1. Braylon Kovas behind the plate here today for the Blackhawks, the senior who's been battling injury and was just cleared a couple of weeks ago to play. He'd been DHing a little bit and pitching, but not out in the field. There's a bunt by Chastain. Third baseman Hall has it, throws it on the run, and he gets him. Nice play by Tanner Hall at third to come in on that bunt and make the throw across the diamond, and that'll be 2 outs in the inning. And that'll bring up to the plate Riley Coate, the Rams catcher. Coate on the year hitting .200, just a freshman, has 4 RBIs. He'll stand in from the right side. Riley will dig in deep in that batter's box here today for the Rams. He'll try to get something going here. He looks at the first pitch, and it's going to be high for ball 1. Of course, Riley not the tallest player on the team, so his strike zone is very limited and makes it tough. And Landon kind of grinning into Braylon as Kovas gives the sign to pitch home, and it's going to sail high and inside, and the count goes to 2-0 to Riley Coate. He's the number 8 man in the order. On deck is Austin Chastain for Paoli. Weeks ready to go, behind in the count 2-0. The pitch home to Coate, and it's a curveball that's going to be outside, and the count goes to 3-0 to Riley Coate. Coate trying to get something going here with 2 outs in the inning and nobody on. Rams already lead it by a score of 2-0. And the 3-0 pitch from the right-hander Landon Weeks for the Valley Hawks on the way, and it's going to sail high, and that'll be a walk to Coate. So Coate will go down to first base, the first base runner of this inning. First walk issued by Landon Weeks here this afternoon, and we will have a pitch runner as well. Coming in, Owen Llewellyn will be the courtesy runner for Coate. Slow Llewellyn will be the courtesy runner on at first with 1 out in the inning. And that'll bring up Austin Chastain, chance to help himself out here. There's that number 14 on his jersey, hitting 128 on the year. He'll stand in from the right side. Weeks will pitch from the stretch with the runner on at first, and there is a fastball at the knees for strike 1 to Austin Chastain. Couple of ground outs, a walk, and there's a runner on at first with 2 outs for the Rams. Weeks from the stretch. Checks the runner, brings it home, and that's going to be a fastball, but just a bit inside, and the count goes to 1-1 to Austin Chastain. Owen Llewellyn down at first, the courtesy runner for Riley Coate. As Weeks now steps off the mound, and Llewellyn will back up, and now Chastain will also step out of the batter's box. Head coach Jeremy Payton down the third base way, assistant coach Jeremy Reynolds down the first base side for the Rams in this inning. The next pitch on the way, runner goes, hit on the ground. Another one-hopper right back to Weeks. He's going to underhand it over to Mackie Lowe, and that will bring the inning to a close for the Rams here in the bottom of the second. There were no runs. There were no hits. 1 man left on. No Blackhawk errors. At the end of 2 on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard, Rams lead it 2-0. You're listening to Rams Baseball on Mix 95.3.
Springer Insurance.
Every day, children in our community enter the court systems because of abuse or neglect, and they need someone to speak up for them. That's where CASA comes in. Our volunteers stand beside them, making sure their voices are heard and their best interests come first. It's incredibly important work, and we need more people willing to make a difference. I'm Chrissy Evans, Orange County CASA Director. If you've ever wondered how you could help a child in a meaningful way, I'd love to talk with you. Call 812-723-2411.
Springer Insurance is proud to support our Paoli Rams as they work toward a successful season. The hard work that goes into training and preparation is something we truly value. Mark, Daniel, Thomas, and Greg will work with our team at Indiana Farmers Insurance to find the best coverage for your home, auto, farm, or business. Visit us at Springer Insurance in Orleans or call 812-865-3133. We love taking care of customers as much as we love our Rams. Go Rams!
Austin Chastain's been strong on the mound for the Rams here for the first 2 innings as he begins his 3rd inning of work here this afternoon. He's not allowed to run or a hit. He has struck out 3, not walked a batter, which is a good sign, and not hit a batter as well. And it'll be the bottom third of the order here for the Valley Hawks. That'll be Garrett Hahn, followed by Braylon Kovas and Dylan Apple, the DH. Apple hits for the pitcher today, that being Landon Weeks. Garrett Hahn, junior right fielder, hitting .077. He'll try to get things rolling here for the Hawks as head coach Joe Wilson goes down the third base way. Assistant coach Dustin Wang down at first. Logan Wilkinson and Maverick Land, his assistants this season in his first year at the helm of Blackhawk baseball. Chastain trying to continue his dominance, but time called. Hahn kind of took a one step out of the batter's box, but now back in, and Austin's ready to work. First pitch of the third is a nice little looper, but right there towards the second baseman. That's in the glove by Tyler Hannon. So Hahn jumped on the first one, but unfortunately for the Blackhawks, hit it right where the Rams were defending him, and that is one out in the inning. And that will bring Braylon Kovas to the plate. Braylon, the senior, hitting .200 on the year, as we mentioned, coming off that shoulder injury that he suffered in football season and getting close to 100%. Bases empty, one out. He takes a cut at the first one and fouls it straight back off the screen for strike one. Kovas, a versatile player for the Blackhawks, can catch, can play the infield and pitch as well. So gives Coach Wilson a lot of options with him back in the lineup and ready to play. Takes a check swing at an off-speed pitch and comes up empty, and the count goes to 0-2 to Kovas. Already 3 strikeouts in this inning. As Chastain able to throw that fastball, but that slider's been the one that's working for him here. Let's see what he comes back with here on the 0-2 pitch. And it's going to be a swing and a miss, and that's going to be a strikeout for out number 2 of this inning. And for Chastain, that's going to be his 4th strikeout of the ball game. So we mentioned 25 innings, but he's got 30 strikeouts, so he averages more than 1 strikeout per inning. And that'll bring up to DH the junior Dylan Apples, having a really good season at .341 for the Hawks. Also has done some catching for Valley, and he looks at the first one low in the dirt for ball 1. In fact, he had the majority of the catching duties after Noah Allstott had his medical problem, and then Kovas not ready to come back, so filled in valuably for the Blackhawks. And this next pitch is taken inside for ball 2 by Dylan Apple. He's got 10 RBIs on the year and 1 double. As a team, we mentioned Valley good .281, so they've been able to hit the ball, but no luck against the Rams so far here today in their second matchup as Apple takes a fastball on the inside part of the plate for strike 1. 2-1. Bases are empty, but 2 outs in the inning. Chastain ready to have another, hopefully 1-2-3 inning, and this one way inside, and he goes 3-1. And last time he went to a 3-ball count was back when Simon Allstott hit in the first inning, and he ended up grounding out. But Apple, good eye this time. Chastain ready to work. The 3-1 pitch is hit on the ground, a chopper, but it's going to be foul down the third baseway. This goes down as a strike, and that'll even the count at 3 balls and 2 strikes to the DH for the Blackhawks, Dylan Apple. Outfield straight away against the right-handed hitting. He does have some power. And the infield also straight away at medium depth. Big pitch here by Chastain on the number 9 man. 3-2 swing and a miss on a high hard one that is caught by the catcher. And that goes down as another strikeout and another 1-2-3 inning by Austin Chastain, the right-hander for the Rams. No runs, no hits, no errors for the Blackhawks as they leave nobody on. We'll go to the bottom of the third. Paoli on top, 2-0. You're listening to Rams Baseball on Mix 95.3.
Once upon a time, you spent
Financial
your money.
investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Jeremy Payton, your Bedford Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why Edward Jones and Jeremy Payton is a proud sponsor of high school sports on WUME. For all of your investment needs, call Jeremy Payton or visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
When your job site needs to keep moving, count on Bender Lumber, now proudly a division of RP Lumber. From roofing and windows to decking doors and pro-grade tools, they're ready when you are. Need a job site delivery? Looking for free material takeoff? They can help with both. And they know the trades and are here to help keep your projects on schedule. Visit them in Paoli or benderlumber.com. Bender Lumber, now part of the RP Lumber family. RP Lumber, best service, best value.
Rams come to the plate here in this bottom half of the third, leading 2-0 on the Sullivan Financial Consulting and Raymond James scoreboard. And for the Rams, it'll be the top of the order. That'll be Cooper Spires, Kirkland Hughes, and Tyler Hannon. Cooper bounced the first pitch back to the second baseman his first time up on a good play by Buchanan. So he's officially 0 for 1. As we mentioned, struggled early on, but has started to come around in the batter's box. As for the Rams, coming into today's game, hitting .235. First pitch by Weeks of the third inning is high and inside for ball one. Landon Weeks beginning his third inning of work here this afternoon, giving up 2 runs on 2 hits, has not struck out a batter and walked 1. Ball one pitch is hit on the ground to the right side. Will it find a hole? Yes, it will, out into short right field, and Cooper Spires goes the other way. That's where all the hits have gone here today for the Rams, and that'll be the third hit of the ball game today for Paoli. And that'll bring up Kirkland Hughes, who got things started the last time with an opposite field single, and he came around to score the first run of the ball game. Spires on at first, a threat to steal. Weeks from the stretch. Spires brings it home. It's slow, gets all the way back to the backstop, and that allows Spires to go all the way down to second base on the pass ball. And the Rams have a runner in scoring position here with nobody out in this third inning of play, already leading it 3-0. Hughes digs in from the right side. Waits the pitch from Weeks, and he looks at a fastball high, and the count goes to 2-0. Weeks has had a base runner on in each inning so far, and now the leadoff man's down at second. The next pitch in is going to be way inside, and the count goes to Kirkland Hughes at 2-0. They'll make it rather 3-0 to Kirkland. So Hughes one pitch away from getting a walk here. Reese picks up just a pitch, 3-0 pitch, and there's a strike taken on the inside part of the plate for strike one. Weeks trying to battle back, behind in the count 3-1. Cooper Spires down at second for the Rams with nobody out. 3-1 pitch, foul back and out of play, and Weeks has now been able to battle back, make the count 3-2. So Kirkland Hughes will step up in there. Got to be defensive here. Swing at anything close, trying to get that runner over to third, hit it to the right side. Pitch is hit out into right field, going over towards the line, and can't get it is Hunter Thomas. That's going to be a single and more. Here comes Spires chugging around third. He'll make a third run of the game, and it's going to be a triple for Kirkland Hughes, and he'll bring in an RBI and run number 3 of the ball game. So the Rams' top of the order continues to produce as Kirkland Hughes once again goes the opposite way with a triple and an RBI, and he's over at third for Tyler Hannon to try and pick up with nobody out and 1 run already in for the Rams. Hannon had a double and a run scored his last time up. It also went out to right field. He goes that way again, but it's going to be foul and out of play for strike one. Paoli has taken advantage of every opportunity that they have had today when they've had runners in scoring position. Hannon playing second base today. The pitch in is going to be high and outside, and the count goes to 1-1. No outs in the inning. Rams again have a runner down at third. 1 run already in. Tyler Hannon tries to bring it in, and he hits it right back up the middle off the mound. Buchanan behind second base to one knee, throw over, but he can't get it there in time, and that will give the Rams a 4th run of the ball game. Error will be charged that time, but the Rams able to knock in run number 4 off the bat of Tyler Hannon. He's on at first, and that'll bring Dom Garcia to the plate. Garcia 0 for 1 as he grounded out to the third baseman Hall, a short chopper that he came charging in. His only play was at first. That brought 1 in. Then Hannon just came chugging, Hannon came chugging around to score the second run back in the first. There goes the runner, a swing and a miss by Garcia. Throw by Kobus is down there, but not in time. And Tyler Hannon will be down at second with a stolen base. And Paoli in business again with a runner in scoring position with nobody out here in the inning. Top of the order for Paoli, producing like they hoped that they would. Weeks from the stretch, trying to get an out here, and this one's popped up a mile high down the right field line. Mackey Lowe over towards the dugout in foul territory, able to haul it in. That's a big out there for Weeks and the Blackhawks on the pop-up in foul territory to the first baseman, and that'll bring up Raleigh Clunk. Clunk popped out to the right fielder to end the inning back in the first inning. Rams still have a runner down at second with only one out in the inning. Clunk, the number 5 man in the order for Paoli. Weeks from the stretch, checks the runner and brings it home. And Clunk swing and a miss on a fastball for strike one. Single, a triple, and an error, and the Rams have scratched out 2 runs again here in this inning to lead it 4-0. Weeks from the stretch, there's a pickoff back to second base. Buchanan, the second baseman, comes in to cover, but no tag made as Hannon able to scamper back in. Weeks ready to deal here with one out in the inning. Checks the runner, brings it home, and it's going to be a fastball, but it's going to be outside. And the count goes to 1-1. Clunk, the 5th man to hit here in the inning for Paoli. Again, another crooked number up on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. The lead at 4-0. Weeks from the stretch brings it in, a foul off the backstop in front of us. And the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Weeks trying to battle back here and not allow any more runs, but the Rams, they're trying to pile it on here. Already 2 in the first and 2 in the third to lead it 4-0. And this one's going to be popped up by Clunk off his bat out of play. And we'll stay at 1-2. As mentioned earlier, already a lot of foul balls here in this ball game. So the Rams are get the bat on the ball, just need to make some solid contact and barrel it up. 1-2 pitch again is popped out into right field. Going back is Thomas to his right, now back to his left, and able to reach out. No, he dropped it. And it's going to be a base hit, and the Rams are going to have runners at the corners. Ball gets away on the infield, but Weeks able to come up with it. That wind blowing out towards the foul line, and that will be an error again, the second of this inning on Springs Valley. And that will put runners at the corners for the Rams with one out here in the inning, and that'll bring up Justin Thornton. Thornton has a great opportunity here to come up and maybe break this game wide open. Runners at the corners and only one out here in third. He grounded back to the pitcher the first time up, did Thornton. Second time he comes to the plate. Justin on the year hitting right at 158. Weeks from the stretch, throwing a lot of pitches here in this inning. There goes the runner down, and the throw is going to be there in time. Do they get him? And they do. Nice play by Kobus, the catcher, and the second baseman Buchanan to apply the tag. And that will erase Clunk down at second base. That's a big out. That goes 2-4 on the attempted steal. And ball 1 count on Thornton. That went out of the strike zone. Still runner at third, but 2 outs now. Weeks from the wind in the pitch, hits it to the shortstop. Fielded there by Allstop. Throw across the diamond and gets finally out of the inning without any further damage. But for the Paoli Rams, they were able to come up with 2 more runs in this inning on 2 hits. They leave 1 man left on, but there were 2 critical Blackhawk errors. At the end of 3 on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard, Paoli on top, 4-0. You're listening to Rams Baseball on Mix 95.3.
Cave Quarries
Looking for a
Incorporated.
reliable landline phone service you can trust? With Orange County Fiber, you'll get crystal clear phone service that's perfect for staying connected. Home or business, we've got plans that fit. Bundle with fiber service or home security monitoring and save every month. Count on the local service you already know and trust with Orange County Fiber. Visit us at www.myremc.coop or call 812-865-2229. Simple, dependable service made just for you.
Cave Quarries Incorporated, and Calcar Quarries, dealers of agricultural lime, crushed stone, sand, hot mix asphalt materials, and asphalt paving, invite you to visit one of their 2 locations. Cave Quarries, located 3 miles west of Paoli on State Road 56, and Calcar Quarries, located 2 miles east of Paoli on Highway 150. Phone 936-4923 for Cave Quarries Incorporated and 723-2109 for Calcar Quarries. Services you can count on. Quality guaranteed.
Go to the top of the 4th here at Trinkle Field, and for Austin Chastain, he's faced the minimum of 9 batters through the first 3. Roll back to the top of the order. Manny Pantoja will start it off. He is 0 for 1 on the day as he grounded out to the third baseman, Kirkland Hughes, to start this game off. Second time around, let's see if the Hawk batters can make some adjustments. There's a bunt right out in front of the mound, fielded by Chastain. Nobody there at second to cover, and that'll be a base hit for Manny Pantoja as the Rams defense lets them down, and Valley finally gets their first base runner of the afternoon on the bunt single by Manny Pantoja. Well, just got to get on any way that you can. And the first hit given up, and that'll bring up Tanner Hall to the plate. Hall, a strikeout victim, one of the 5 so far here by Chastain. Third baseman comes in third, and Hall looks at the first one low in the dirt for ball 1. Rams lead it by a score of 4-0 here in the top half of the 4th. Valley getting their first base runner of the day on the bunt single by Pantoja. Hall stands in from the left side. Chastain from the stretch checks the runner. Long pause, brings it home. There goes Pantoja. This one's going to be outside. No throw by Coate. And Manny goes down to second base, uncontested on the stolen base. Trying to get the Rams something going, or should say the Hawks something going here in the 4th inning. So runner on in scoring position with nobody out. Chastain from the stretch. Checks the runner, brings it home. Swing and a bouncer up the middle. There's Spires by second base, throws it across. A low throw. Oh, great backhanded stab in the dirt by Dom Garcia to get the out. So Garcia, nice play down at first base. And that'll move the runner, though, over to third, and that'll bring up Simon Allstott. Allstott grounded out to the shortstop his first time up. So 1 out in the inning. And Allstott a chance to give the Hawks maybe their first run of the ballgame. From the wind, the pitch by Chastain, hit on the ground, a high chopper. Hughes comes in, gloves it. Oh, they got a run down between home and third. Throw back to third, and here comes Pantoja back to the home plate, and Hughes is going to tag him out, and Allstott will be going down to second. Rams execute. Oh, and then they throw the ball away out into center field. Here's Allstott coming around. They're going to wave him in because there's nobody out there, and after all of that, the Hawks will score a run on. They just kept on going that time, and the Rams should have just held the ball, but they did not. But coming in to score finally is Simon Allstott. Manny Pantoja was out 5-2 on the rundown. We'll get it 5-2 to 6-4, and then back to 2. So that was a second out, but then the error by the third baseman, and that allows Allstott to come all the way around the score to make it a 4-1 ball game. So Valley able to scratch out a run, not the way you normally see it, but there were 2 outs in the inning, and Mackie Lowe, a hopper right down to first baseman, and Dom Garcia fields it right on the line, and that will be out number 3 here for the Hawks. But they do come up with 1 run on 1 base hit. There were no men left on, and there was 1 Ram error. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard, and it is Paoli 4, Springs Valley 1. You're listening to Rams Baseball on Mix 95.3.
If there's one thing we all share, it's that our lives are all unique. At Raymond James, we believe that's worth celebrating because financial planning isn't just about numbers and figures. It's about creating the life you envision. So whether you're building a future or preparing for retirement, a Raymond James financial advisor can guide you each step of the way. To learn more, call financial advisors Jamie Sullivan or Jenny Baker at 812-849-2670. Raymond James & Associates Incorporated, member New York Stock Exchange, SIPC.
Discover the convenience of Hoosier Hardware, now offering a comprehensive selection of ammunition for all your shooting needs. Located on 1st Street, 1 block from the square, we are your one-stop shop for plumbing, electrical, painting, mobile home parts, water heaters, and general hardware supplies. In addition to our extensive inventory, we fill propane tanks, providing you with a cost-effective solution. Visit us today or call 812-723-2708 to see why Hoosier Hardware stands out for quality and service in the community.
Bottom of the fourth, as the Rams come to the plate, they lead it 4-1, trying to get back that one unearned run that they gave up here in the top half of the fourth. For Paoli, it's going to be the bottom third of the order. Aiden Hickman, Riley Coate, and Austin Chastain due up to face Landon Weeks here for the second time in the batting order. The first pitch is high and outside for ball one. Hickman 0 for 1. He grounded out to the third baseman Hall his first time up. Weeks trying to make this one a quick inning if he can. He's had base runners on so far in each inning. The Rams trying to keep that trend going, and there's a breaking ball on the outside part of the plate. And the count goes to 1-1 to Aiden Hickman, the leadoff hitter here in the fourth inning of play. In the wind gusting and blowing in from center field, a swing and a miss on a high one to Aiden Hickman for strike two. So far, Weeks has given up 4 runs on 4 hits and walked one batter. Rams so far today have stranded a couple of runners. The wind in the pitch, a swing and a miss, and there's the first strikeout of the ball game and the first out of the inning, here recorded by Landon Weeks. So the Rams have one out, and that'll bring up Riley Coate. He walked his first time up on 4 pitchers. As he's playing catcher, the young freshman here this afternoon steps in from the right side. Weeks' first pitch to Coate is going to sail high for ball one. One out in the inning here. 4-1, Rams on top at Trinkle Field. Weeks has a sign from Cobus, and this one's going to be low in the dirt, comes all the way back to the screen, and the count goes to 2-0. We see Austin Chastain track that one down in front of us. Gets that ball out of the way, so that's no issue if there's a pop-up to the back of the screen. Weeks, a smile on his face, trying to figure out how to throw a strike to Riley Coate, and a fastball is going to be low and outside, and the count goes to 3-0 to the Rams catcher. Riley steps back deep in the batter's box, crowds the plate, and Weeks ready to go with the 3-0 pitch on the way. And it's going to be high for ball 4, and that'll be another walk for Riley Coate. He'll go down to first base. And for Weeks, that'll be his second walk. Both of them have been to Coate, and that'll bring up Austin Chastain. And once again, we see Llewellyn come in. Owen will be the courtesy runner for the second time today. And Austin Chastain is 0 for 1. He bounced back to the pitcher his first time up to end the second inning. Rams trying to get something going here with one out and one on. Pitch home, takes the bunt, and it's going to be low. They got the runner hung up between first and second, but the throw is going to be high, and Llewellyn almost got caught in no man's land there and gets bailed out by finally getting down there and the throw high into the second base side or first base side of the second base bag. Well, that'll put another runner on at scoring position at second for the Rams, and that'll give Austin Chastain a chance here to try and move him along with one out in the inning. Weeks from the stretch. He looks at second, now brings it home. Swing and a miss late on that one is Chastain. The count goes to 1-1. 4-1. Rams 2 runs in the first, 2 in the third. Trying to answer the 1 run that Valley got in the top of the fourth. Weeks from the stretch brings it in. Chastain squares the bunt, but it's going to be foul and out of play. And the bunt and run that time as Llewellyn was taking off as soon as the batter squared. And it makes the count now to ball and 2 strikes. It's Chastain to the plate. Austin a chance to help himself out. He's done a nice job on the mound, giving up 1 unearned run so far here today in his 4 innings of work. Weeks on the mound for the Blackhawks. Checks the runner at second. Now brings it in. And it's going to be a strike at the knees on the fastball. And that'll be out number 2 and strikeout number 2. Both of them recorded by Weeks in this inning. And now to take us to the top of the order, Cooper Spires will come to the plate. Spires is 1 for 2 with a run scored. grounded out in the first and singled to right in the third inning of play. Llewellyn's still down at second, 2 now outs in the inning, as Landon Weeks has to do an adjustment on his left spike there on the top of the mound. And Cooper Spires will try to keep the inning going here for the Rams. Top of the order has been good for Paoli today, and Spires kind of thought about maybe pulling the trigger but did not, and checks it, and it's going to be ball one. Third time already up here for Cooper in the ball game. Weeks from the stretch. Checks the runner, long look, 1-0 pitch home, and that one is going to get away from Kovas, but not far enough for the base runner to advance. And it's going to be a strike called, and the count goes to 1-1. Weeks has already struck out 2 in this inning. There are 2 outs, and both of them have been Ks. Now Cooper Spires waits the 1-1 delivery, and it's going to be just a little bit high. Count goes to 2-1. Outfield swung a little bit around towards right, particularly Pantoja in center, because the Rams have been going the opposite way here today against Landon Weeks. Pitch home, and that's low, gets into the dirt. Kovas pops out quickly to keep the ball in front of him. And the base runner not allowed to advance, and the count goes to 3-1. Kirkland Hughes is on deck if Cooper Spires is able to keep this inning alive for the Rams. Cooper backs out now, back in. Weeks looks into Kovas, has the sign, checks the runner, and brings the pitch home. And it's going to be high, and that'll be ball 4. Again, gets away from Kovas, but not far enough for the runner to advance. And the Rams, with 2 outs, now have runners on at first and second. Landon Weeks, that'll be his 3rd walk, 2nd in this inning. And that'll bring up Kirkland Hughes, a big day so far, with a single and a triple and an RBI to his credit. And he'll step in, try to keep the inning alive. Again, another base runner down there in scoring position at second and 1 at first with 2 outs in the inning. Hughes steps in from the right side. First pitch is going to be low in the dirt for ball 1. Top of this order for the Rams, trying to keep this inning going and produce another run. It's a 4-1 lead for Paoli right now in the bottom of the 4th. Strike 1 pitch is fouled out, ball 1 pitch is fouled out of play down the right field line behind the dugout of Valley. And that makes it a 1-1 count as Kirkland Hughes digs in again. Like a lot of player steps back deep in that batter's box and crowds the plate. Weeks from the stretch with 2 on and 2 out. Brings the pitch in to Hughes, and it's going to be a fastball taken on the outside part of the plate. That's strike 2. So Hughes really now got to be defensive at the plate behind in the count 1-2 with 2 outs and 2 on. From the stretch, Weeks checks the runners and brings the pitch home. It's a fastball, going to be hit up out in the right field. Thomas has been an adventure, backs up, now comes in, fades over towards the line, and catches it on the run for out number 3 for Paoli here in this inning. For the Rams, there were no runs in the inning. They leave 2 men on. There were no base hits, and there were no Blackhawk errors. At the end of 4 on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard, it is Paoli 4. Springs Valley 1. You're listening to Rams Baseball on Mix 95.3.
Invest where it matters most. In need of a financial checkup? Consider Whitfield Investments for comprehensive investment advice and wealth management services. As a passionate Paoli native, Wes Whitfield places the needs of his clients first as he works to grow a stronger, financially savvy community of investors, families, and individuals. Give Whitfield Investments a call today at 812-203-2545 to learn more about how Wes can help you stay on track with your goals, both now and in the future.
Invest where it matters most, in the people and the potential of Orange County. Over the last decade, through the power of giving, the Orange County Community Foundation has helped thousands achieve their dreams, distributing numerous dollars in scholarships and grants from endowed funds. And we're just getting started. Scholarship applications will open soon, giving Orange County students the chance to unlock new opportunities, realize their full potential, and leave their mark on the world. Plus, be on the lookout for details on our unrestricted grants program, empowering local nonprofits to continue their philanthropic work and address the most pressing needs in our community. In 2024 alone, this grant cycle poured over $85,000 into our community, supporting many programs. Looking to make a lasting difference? Start a fund with us today and create a legacy that grows year after year. Call us at 812-723-4150 because your generosity shapes tomorrow. Together, we're building a better community. One scholarship, one grant, one legacy at a time.
Beautiful spring day at Trinkle Field as we begin inning number 5. Hunter Thomas takes a big cut at the first pitch from Austin Chastain and fouls it off at the plate for strike one. Thomas was caught looking his first time up. One of the 5 strikeouts recorded by Austin Chastain has given up an unearned run back in the 4th inning of play. Has pitched well here in this ball game. What Coach Payton was hoping for, swing and a miss on an inside pitch to Thomas, and the count goes to 0-2. Hunter leading it off, the number 5 man in the Blackhawk order, so right in the middle of the batting order this time around for the righty Austin Chastain. The strike 2 pitch is a shot out into left field. It's going to be a one-hop base hit in front of Aiden Hickman, and Hunter Thomas gets things started on a strike 2 pitch, a single out into left, and that'll put him on at first base, and that'll just be the second hit given up today by Austin Chastain. And now to bring up Blake Buchanan to the plate. Buchanan also caught looking his first time. And we're going to have a courtesy runner here for the Blackhawks. Trey Beavers will be the courtesy runner for Thomas. Get a little bit more speed out there in the freshman. He'll be on at first in a 4-1 ball game with nobody out. And Blake Buchanan, the senior for the Blackhawks, playing second base here today. Buchanan on the year, 292. But again, remember, he had that 2-run homer the last time these two teams met. He looks at a strike right down the middle for strike 1. Beavers also a threat to steal down at first, as we mentioned. A little bit more speed than Thomas, who got the job done. That's getting on base with the second hit of the day. Buchanan, see if he can move him along. Chastain from the stretch, checks the runner, brings it in. And there's another strike on the outside part of the plate. 2 good pitches. Chastain to start off Buchanan 0-2. Kirkland Hughes, the third baseman, playing even with the bag. Second and short at double play depth. Chastain from the stretch, runner goes. It's popped up into the air, out into short center field. No, right at the edge of the grass, actually. Behind second base is where finally Cooper Spires will come down with it. Thought it had a little bit more oomph to it, but it just went way up in the air. And Spires, battling the wind, comes up with big out number 1. And that will bring up to the plate Garrett Hahn. Garrett jumped on the first pitch that he saw the last time and had a little humpback liner to the second baseman, Tyler Hannon, for an out. Beavers still down at first with 1 out now for the Blackhawks. Chastain trying to pitch out of some trouble here with the leadoff man on. And Hahn again hacks at the first one and fouls it off his fist out in the parking lot. And that'll be strike 1 to Garrett. Garrett coming in, hitting .077 on the year. Again, he's a very versatile player. He can play outfield, both corners, and can play some second base as well for Coach Joe Wilson. Beavers, the courtesy runner down at first with 1 out in the inning. Chastain from the stretch. They got him hung up, and first and second, Garcia throws over to the shortstop. They run him back to first. Chastain is there. He runs him back to second, finally makes the throw, and they will tag him out as the Rams again get a run down there and an out to erase the base runner. As that time getting out is Beavers as he gets picked off. That goes 1 to 3 to 6, back over to 4 and back to 1, and that'll be out number 2. And Garrett Hahn will be at the plate with 2 outs in the inning now and nobody on. So Valley has a base runner erased. Good job by the Rams in the field. Hit right back up the middle. Shortstop right in front of the bag on the run to throw over by Cooper Spires. And that ends up being a 1-2-3 inning, even though there was a base hit here in the inning for the Blackhawks. No runs. There was 1 hit and nobody left on. No Ram errors. We go to the bottom of the 5th. The Rams lead at 4-1. You're listening to Rams Baseball on Mix 95.3.
Looking for a
Are you
reliable
looking for
landline?
top-quality crushed stone in Harrison County? Look no further than Davis Crushed Stone in DePaul. At Davis Crushed Stone, they have been serving southern Indiana for years, providing the highest quality crushed stone for all your construction needs. Their locally sourced stone is perfect for driveways, roads, landscaping, and much more. Plus, the friendly staff can assist you with your order, ensuring you get exactly what you need. They'll even deliver it right to your doorstep, making your project hassle-free. Choose Davis Crushed Stone for your next project. Give them a call at 812-347-2707.
Looking for a reliable landline phone service you can trust? With Orange County Fiber, you'll get crystal clear phone service that's perfect for staying connected. Home or business, we've got plans that fit. Bundle with fiber service or home security monitoring and save every month. Count on the local service you already know and trust with Orange County Fiber. Visit us at www.myremc.coop or call 812-865-2229. Simple, dependable service made just for you.
Go to the bottom of the fifth at Trinkle Field. The Rams lead it by a score of 4-1 against their county conference rival in Springs Valley. Again, second time that these two teams played, so this one is not going to count in the conference standings. As for the Rams here in the fifth inning of play, it'll be hitters 3, 4, and 5. Tyler Hannon, Dom Garcia, and Raleigh Clunk due up to face Landon Weeks as he will begin his fourth inning of work. He's given up 4 runs on 4 hits, struck out 2, and he has walked 2 as well so far here through his first 4 innings of play. Rams have had base runners in each of the innings. They picked up 2 in the first and 2 in the third for their 4 runs here this afternoon for this 4-1 lead. Blackhawks able to scratch out 1 run in the 4th inning of play. As Tyler Hannon, the right-handed hitting senior second baseman for the Rams, will come up to the plate here this afternoon. And for Tyler, it'll be his 3rd trip. Doubled and scored in the first, and then got on with an error and was left stranded in the 3rd at third base. So officially 1 for 2 on the day has bumped up that average a bit. That was just over 209 coming into today's game. Steps in from the right side. First pitch from Weeks is a fastball. It's going to sail outside for ball 1. Coach Joe Wilson would definitely like to get Landon through this 5th inning, if at all possible. Weeks with the 1-0 pitch on the way, and it's going to sail high for ball 2, 2-0. Rams have their sights set here on their county rival Springs Valley today, and they've got county conference rival Orleans coming in tomorrow for a makeup game that was rained out earlier. Next pitch is a fastball that sails high, 3-0 for Tyler Hannon. And it steps out. Now back in, ahead in the count. See if he gets the take sign from Coach Jeremy Payton or if he'll turn his senior loose. The 3-0 pitch. And it's taken all the way for strike 1, 3-1. Head coach Jeremy Payton, assistants Aaron Hannon, Jeremy Reynolds, Aaron Busick, and Adam Poole on his staff here this season. As Weeks winds, brings the 3-1 pitch home, and a swing and a miss on a curveball. And Weeks has battled back to go 3-2 to Tyler Hannon, who had the advantage at 3-0. Let's see what the Hawk battery wants to come up with here on this payoff pitch. Weeks from the stretch on the leadoff hitter. The 3-2 delivery is poked foul down the right field line and out of play. We'll do it again. 3-2 to Tyler Hannon. Dom Garcia on deck for the Paoli Rams as Tyler Hannon tries to get things rolling here in the 5th for Paoli. The 3-2 delivery again is going to sail high and outside, and that'll be a walk to open up the inning here for Hannon. And for Weeks, that'll be walk number 3 of the ball game. And that will bring up Dom Garcia to the plate. Garcia has grounded out the 3rd and popped out to the first baseman. Hannon, last time he got on with an error, did steal 2nd, so he's already got 1 stolen base to his credit so far here this afternoon. So the cleanup man, Dom Garcia, steps in as the infield comes in here for the Blackhawks, thinking he might bunt. He squares it, he does, pops it up, but it's not going to be playable. All comes charging in from 3rd, but he had no chance at all, and neither did Covis or the pitcher, Landon Weeks. And it goes down as a strike to Dom Garcia. Jeremy Payton said that's what they've been doing well here in this winning streak, just doing the little things right, executing small ball. And right now, this is an opportunity to do just that. He said, these are the things that you have to execute to get into sectional play and advance. And he's happy to see that his team is making strides in this particular area. Runner on with nobody out, and it's poked down the right field line, but it's going to fall in front of Thomas. And rounding second is Hannon. He's going to chug into third base. And the Rams will have runners after corners as Dom Garcia comes up with his first hit of the game. And he only gets something going here in the fifth with 2 on and nobody out. Fifth hit of the ball game here for the Rams. And that'll bring up Raleigh Clunk. Clunk flied to right and then got on with an error to the right fielder before he got thrown out trying to steal. A big chance here, though, for Clunk just to put it in play and maybe drive in another run with only nobody out. As check swing, did he go around? And the umpire asked for assistance, and his compadre out in the infield said no, he did not go around, so that'll be ball 1 on Raleigh. Weeks from the stretch, checks the runner. This was in the dirt, goes all the way back to the backstop, and it gets underneath the screen and is out of play. But that's everybody gets one base, and that'll be enough to bring in Tyler Hannon for the 5th run of the ball game, making it a 5-1 lead for Paoli here in the 5th inning of play. So the Rams able to scratch out a run, and with that wild pitch goes the base runner in. And for Paoli, that is a big one to get that run back that they gave up earlier in the 4th inning of play. And 5th run today for the Paoli Rams, and a runner down at second with nobody out yet. And Clunk at the plate, 2-0 count. Pitch in is a shot out into right center field. This gets down. That'll be a base hit. They're going to wave Garcia around, bobbled by the right fielder. Here comes Dom, and he'll come in without a throw. And Raleigh Clunk comes out with a big hit to bring in Dom Garcia, and he picks up an RBI. And that'll make the score now 6-1 on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. So timely hitting here by the Rams here in this 6th inning of play. So Paoli able to, again, get another hit and another run and extend that lead, as now the Rams will have Trip Spencer come in to run for Raleigh Clunk. So Spencer will be your courtesy runner. Thornton will be up to the plate. Weeks going to check the runner, and he brings it in. And Thornton, check swing on that. Well, actually didn't check swing, kind of thought about pulling the trigger, but did not. And it goes down as ball 1. Again, Spencer, your courtesy runner, down at first base. Still nobody out here in the 5th for the Rams. Thornton takes a strike at the letters, or strike 1, 1-1. See if Justin Thornton can come up with a big base hit here, keep this inning alive. Already 2 hits, 2 runs in for Paoli as they lead at 6-1. Quick throw over. Spencer almost was leaning, but able to slide back in ahead of the tag, being held there by the Blackhawk first baseman, Mackie Lowe. Third baseman Hall coming in at the edge of the grass against a possible bunt attempt. As Weeks from the stretch checks the runner, brings it home, and there's a strike, a fastball, a beauty, and the count goes to 1-2. Again, no outs in the inning. Rams have pushed 2 across here in the 5th. Landon Weeks checks the runner again. Thornton behind in the count, 1-2. The pitch home, and it's high and inside, and the count goes to 2-2. Kovas makes a bluff throw down to first, but Spencer back in, standing up. Justin Thornton, 2-2 count for their center fielder for the Rams. Waiting the 2-2 delivery from Weeks, and it's low and outside. There goes the runner, throw down, but it's going to be too far to the first base side. Here goes Spencer. He just keeps on chugging, and the throw comes over, and Hall is able to make a diving tag, and the Rams run themselves into an out here in this inning. As Spencer, he got a stolen base, but this one will go, it goes 2 to 8 to 5 for out number 2. And charge an error on that or not. But either way, give him a stolen base, so that will take that error away. But then the base running error by Spencer cost the Rams a base runner for their first out of the inning. And now going down looking is Thornton for out number 2. And for Landon Weeks, that'll be strikeout number 3 and out number 2. So they only had maybe a huge inning going. They've already got 2 in, and Aiden Hickman will come to the plate. Aiden is grounded out to third and struck out. So he's 0 for 2. Nobody on here, but 2 outs in the inning for the Rams. And Hickman will take a strike at the knees on the outside part of the plate for strike 1. Paoli already 2 here in this inning. They've got a total of 6 compared to Valley's 1. And Hickman looks at the next pitch inside to pull it even at a ball and 2 strikes. Bottom of the 5th here at Trinkle Field between these two county rivals. Paoli took the first game 10 days ago down at Valley 4-2. Week's next pitch, 1-1 delivery. It's got to be a fastball, and it sails high, and the count goes to 2-1. If Aiden is able to get on, Riley Coate is on deck for the Rams. Weeks would like to get this man right here to end the inning. And he overthrows that one. It sails outside, and the count goes to 3-1. Landon's throwing a lot of pitches. Don't have the pitch count for him, but he's had a workhorse day on the mound. And he gets ready to go. The senior, 3-1 pitch on the way, and there's a strike at the knees, and the count goes full at 3-2. Base is empty for the Rams, 2 outs in the inning. But again, 2 runs already in for Paoli. And the count full on Aiden Hickman, the left fielder for the Rams. Ready to wind and the pitch in by Weeks, and it's a little chopper out in front of the plate. Weeks is there to field it. Easy throw down to first, and they're able to get him by a half step as Weeks gets out of the inning after he was in a lot of trouble, even though he did give up the 2 runs to start this inning. For Paoli, it ended up being a good inning. Again, 2 more runs on 2 hits. There was nobody left on, and there were no errors. At the end of 5 on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard, Rams lead at 6-1. You're listening to Rams Baseball on Mix 95.3.
Looking for
In
top-notch
need of a
fuel
financial checkup? Consider Whitfield Investments for comprehensive investment advice and wealth management services. As a passionate Paoli native, Wes Whitfield places the needs of his clients first as he works to grow a stronger, financially savvy community of investors, families, and individuals. Give Whitfield Investments a call today at 812-203-2545 to learn more about how Wes can help you stay on track with your goals, both now and in the future.
Builders and remodelers count on Bender Lumber, now proudly a division of RP Lumber. From windows, doors, and siding to cabinets, decking, and power tools, they've got the materials and expert advice to help you deliver quality work job after job. Their team knows what makes a project run smoothly and ready to support your next one. Visit them in Paoli or BenderLumber.com. Bender Lumber, now part of the RP Lumber family. RP Lumber, best service, best value.
5 innings have been completed, and we roll on to the 6th. And in the top of the 6th for the Springs Valley Blackhawks, it'll be hitters 8, 9, and 1. Raylan Kovas, Dylan Apple, and then back to the order, and Manny Pantoja. So Kovas will come to the plate. Raylan on the day is 0 for 1. He was a strikeout victim back in the 3rd. Austin Chastain strong so far here through 5, giving up 1 run on 2 hits and struck out 5, but most importantly, has not walked a batter here so far in this ball game. As he's on the mound, the right-hander ready to begin the inning, and the first pitch is fouled back and out of play down the right field line. That'll be strike 1 on Kovas. Braylon coming in today, hitting down in that 8th spot, 200 average into today's ball game. Next pitch into Braylon's going to sail outside and low for ball 1-1. Rams today have Riley Coate behind the plate, Dom Garcia at first, Tyler Hannon at second, Cooper Spires at short, Kirkland Hughes at third. The infield around the horn. Check swing by Kovas does not go around, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. In the outfield, Aiden Hickman in left, Justin Thornton in center, Raleigh Plunk down the right field side for the Rams on defense here today. 1-2 count, or 2-1 count, I should say, and this one's going to be just a bit inside. And the count goes to 3-1. Dust coming off the mitt that time, a Riley Coate on the inside. Chastain working on the leadoff hitter here in the sixth, and it's hit on the ground. Third baseman, high hop up to Hughes, field it cleanly, throw across the diamond, and there's one up and one down for the Blackhawks here in the sixth. And that'll bring up Dylan Apple, the designated hitter today for Valley. Again, hitting for the pitcher, that being Landon Weeks here this afternoon. Dylan, a strikeout victim his first time up. He'll step in from the right side, one out and nobody on. Austin Chastain ready to work to Apple for the second time, and it's fouled off at the plate, and that'll be strike one to Dylan Apple. On deck, Manny Pantoja, the leadoff hitter for the Blackhawks. Riley Coate behind the plate here, the young freshman. And the senior Austin Chastain on the hill today for Paoli. Working here in the sixth with one out and nobody on. And a strike taken by Apple on the outside part of the plate. Dylan didn't quite agree with that one, and the count goes to 0-2. So far, as we mentioned, Chastain with 5 strikeouts to his credit. Ready to work. The 0-2 pitch is popped up out into left center field, and on the run is Thornton, and he goes over, ranging far to his right to field it in short left center field, and that'll be out number 2 here today for Valley in the sixth. As we mentioned the last time we played, but Thornton and Pantoja, you have 2 of the best defensive center fielders in the game. Those guys can track balls down anywhere out in center field. Manny comes to the plate. He's grounded out and singled. That was a bunt single the last time up. And he looks at the first pitch, low and inside for ball 1. Manny came in today hitting .340 on the year. He got cut down at the plate back in the 4th inning of play, trying to come around on an infield hit. It was a swing and a miss by Pantoja. And for Manny, he's behind it, or excuse me, even at the count of 1-1. The wind kind of shifted a little bit, more blowing out from third to first now instead of blowing in, but it has been swirling. There's a ball in the dirt. Nice backhand by Coate to knock that one down at the plate. And the count goes to 2-1. 2 outs in the inning here, though, for the Blackhawks in the sixth. Nobody on. Rams lead it by a score of 6-1 at Trinkle Field. Chastain ready to deal the 2-1 pitch, and that one's going to be outside, and the count goes 3-0. So Pantoja trying to get on here in this 6th inning, but nobody on, or I should say with 2 outs and nobody on. Manny, right-handed hitter. The next pitch in, a swing and a miss, and that'll pull the count to full at 3 balls and 2 strikes to Pantoja. Austin Chastain trying to make it another 1-2-3 inning. He has had 4 of those so far here this afternoon. As he winds in the 3-2 pitch in, and it's going to be high for ball 4. So Pantoja draws a 2-out walk, just the first walk of the day issued today by Austin Chastain, and that'll bring up Tanner Hall to the plate. Hall today has struck out and grounded out to short. Step in from the left side with 2 outs and 1 on. As the Hawks trying to scratch their way back into this ball game in the 6th, trailing at 6-1. There goes the runner, and it's hit out in the center field, and that will be caught by the center fielder Thornton. Hit it on the line, did Hall, but right at the center fielder, and that will be out number 3 here in the 6th inning for the Valley Blackhawks. And in this inning for Valley, there were no runs, no hits, 1 man left on, no Ram errors. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. Paoli leads at 6-1. You're listening to Rams Baseball on Mix 95.3.
Cave Quarries Incorporated and Calcar Quarries, dealers of agricultural lime, crushed stone, sand, hot mix asphalt materials, and asphalt paving, invite you to visit one of their 2 locations. Cave Quarries, located 3 miles west of Paoli on State Road 56, and Calcar Quarries, located 2 miles east of Paoli on Highway 150. Phone 936-4923 for Cave Quarries Incorporated and 723-2109 for Calcar Quarries. Services you can count on. Quality guaranteed.
Are you ready to see the world with clarity and style? Look no further than InFocus Eye Care on West Hospital Road in Paoli. At InFocus Eye Care, they offer comprehensive eye exams, a wide selection of fashionable eyewear, and the latest in contact lens technology. Their expert team is dedicated to providing personalized eye care for the entire family. Call 812-723-4752 and schedule your appointment. Now, open Monday through Thursday from 8 to 5. InFocus Eye Care, where your vision is their focus.
Bottom of the sixth at Trinkle Field, the Rams come to the plate leading at 6-1 against the Valley Blackhawks, and for the Rams, hitters 8, 9, and 1. Riley Coate, Austin Chastain, and Cooper Spires due up here for the Paoli Rams. As the Rams have scratched out 2 runs in the first, 2 in the third, and 2 more in the 5th inning of play. Landon Weeks back out on the hill for his 6th inning of work here this afternoon. He's given up 6 runs on 6 hits, struck out 3 and walked 3 so far. And Coate has walked his first 2 times up. And the first pitch to Riley is going to be low and outside for ball 1. Riley has not seen a strike yet here today. He steps in for the 3rd time this afternoon. The young freshman getting the starting assignment behind the plate. This one sails over his head back to the screen, and the count goes to 2-0. See Austin Chastain track it down in front of us to keep the play going here. Great crowd on hand here, as you might expect. A beautiful day for baseball. And Coate looks at the next one high and outside, and the count goes to 3-0. And Weeks still trying to figure out a way to get a strike here on Riley Coate. Infield straight away here. All in tight a bit at the corner. And the next pitch is going to be a strike at the knees, and they got one. The count goes to 3-1. A little bit of a Bronx cheer here from the Blackhawk fans. Count goes to 3-1 on Coate, the leadoff hitter here in the 6th inning. Landon from the wind, the pitch, and another strike called on the outside part of the plate. And it's a 3-2 count to Riley Coate. Coate steps back out, now back in, and count has gone full at 3-2. Again, got to work to the outside part of the plate. Weeks' next pitch in, fouled off at the plate. Coate just got a piece of it to stay alive. And we'll go 3-2 one more time here between Weeks and Coate. Weeks stands about 6'3", and that mound is high here at Paoli. Riley, as we mentioned, not the tallest man on the field, and so a lot of downhill throwing here to Coate. Oh, and this one is going to be too far inside, and Coate will draw his 3rd walk of the ball game, and for Weeks that'll be his 4th walk of the day, and we'll see Llewellyn come back into courtesy run for Riley Coate as we have the previous 2 times, and that'll bring up Austin Chastain to the plate. Chastain 0 for 2 today. He's grounded back to the pitcher and struck out here this afternoon. Rams, though, again have a base runner on. They've had base runners on in every inning so far here today. And once again have the leadoff man on with the number 9 man to the plate. See if they try a little small ball to bring him around. Hall comes in at the cut of the grass. Chastain squares the bunt. It's low in the dirt, and there goes the runner. Throw down, and they are going to go. Oh, sliding in underneath. Thought that they had him. Ovis threw the ball right on the bag, but apparently the tag late. Good play by Llewellyn to slide in there, and he's down at second base when they looked like they had him, and that goes down as strike 1 to Chastain. Now a bunt will move him over to 3rd possibly. As Weeks from the stretch with the runner on at 2nd and nobody out. Chastain waits, swing and a miss, and that'll be strike 2 on Austin Chastain. Coach Payton pulled off the bunt that time. Let's see what Austin does with 2 strikes. You're more than likely going to definitely be swinging away and try to go to the right side, move that base runner over with nobody out. From the stretch, Weeks brings it in, and it's going to be a little bit too far outside, and the count goes to 1-2. Llewellyn down at second base. Llewellyn is a sophomore, outfield by trade. From the stretch, the pitch home, and it's hit to the shortstop. Backhanded by Allstott, throw across the diamond, 1-halfer. Lowe gets it, but it gets the job done to move the runner over to third base. So out goes 6-3, and that'll take us to the top of the order. Cooper Spires to the plate, as Spires will come to the dish. He is 1 for 2. He's grounded out, singled and scored, and walked and was left stranded back in the fifth. Allstott, a nice job there going to the hole to at least get an out, and that will move Llewellyn over to third with one out in the inning. Spires will try and put the ball in play and see if he can bring him in for the seventh run of the game. And Cooper takes a strike on the outside part of the plate for strike one. Spires represents the top of the order here today for the Rams. And the Rams, well, through their first four, that's where all of their 6 runs have come here today. Weeks with the head of the count, 0-1, checks the runner, brings it in, a curveball of beauty, and that one will catch the inside part of the plate for strike 2. So Weeks fighting back here with one out in the inning and one on at third, a base runner for the Rams. Spires trying to find some way to drive in that runner down at third. Weeks from the stretch brings it in. The ball gets away. Here comes Llewellyn in, and that will get the job done. And Llewellyn will come in to score on a wild pitch. And that will make it now a 7-1 lead for the Rams here in the 6th inning. With one out in the inning, now nobody on. And Cooper Spires behind in the count, actually, 1-2. Rams again try to keep this inning going. As Weeks from the wind and the pitch fires this one outside, and the count goes to 2-2. One out in the inning. Now nobody on. Again, this all started with Coate getting a walk, a stolen base, and then a ground out and a wild pitch. So the Rams scratch out an unearned run here in this 6th inning of play. Pitch home, a swing and a miss by Spires as he waves at that one, and that will be out number 2. And for Weeks, that'll be strikeout number 4 of the day. And that'll bring up Kirkland Hughes to the plate. Kirkland had a nice day. Single and a run scored in the first, a triple and an RBI, and a run scored in the third. And then he popped up to the right fielder back in the 4th inning of play. He'll step to the plate with bases empty and 2 outs here for Paoli in the bottom of the 6th, leading it now by a score of 7-1. And the first pitch to Hughes is going to be outside for ball 1. Kirkland, as we mentioned, when the Rams got this winning streak going, had been behind the plate, but today was moved out to the infield to kind of solidify that. And he hits a chopper to the shortstop. Allstott fields it cleanly, throw across the diamond, and that will be out number 3 of the inning. But once again, the Rams are able to get up one more run on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. No hits, nobody left on, and there were no Blackhawk errors. We'll go to the 7th. Rams lead at 7-1. You're listening to Rams Baseball on Mix 95.3.
Paoli Health and Living is a senior living community that's not like the others. It's rich in history, a community landmark, and a place to call home. Get the care you need and deserve with Paoli Health and Living rehabilitation programs. Be unstoppable and take the guesswork out of therapy with their unique and personalized programs. And for residents needing extra care, the long-term care program is equipped with an expert team of nurses and therapists, dietitians, and dedicated certified nursing assistants. Learn more about the services available to you at Paoli Health and Living. Call 812-723-2595.
Tired of slow internet and weak Wi-Fi? Get connected with Orange County Fiber, your local reliable fiber internet service. With powerful parental controls, device prioritization, and built-in cybersecurity, your whole family can browse, stream, and game with confidence. And that's not all. Some plans even include indoor and outdoor cameras or video doorbells for extra peace of mind. Call Orange County Fiber at 812-865-2229. Fast, safe, and smart internet for your home or business.
Austin Chastain going for the complete game victory here this afternoon as he goes back out to the mound to begin his 7th inning of work. He's given up 1 run on just 2 hits, struck out 5, and walked 1 batter. He'll face hitters 3, 4, and 5. That'll be Simon Allstott, Mackie Lowe, and Hunter Thomas for the Valley Blackhawks. Simon has grounded to short and got on with an error his last time up and eventually came around to score a run. So he'll actually got on with a fielder's choice, I should say, and then came around on an error. And the first one comes all the way back to the screen for ball 1. Valley had a crazy run that time. Pantoja singled, then stole second, and then Allstott hit it on the ground, and the Rams bobbled it around trying to come home and coming in to get it, and it's hit right to the third baseman. Hughes on one hop throw across the diamond, and There's one up and one down here in the seventh inning of play. So Allstott got a good contact, but hit it right to the Rams' third baseman, Kirkland Hughes, who fields it cleanly. And that'll be out number one, and that'll bring up Mackie Lowe. Lowe, the cleanup hitter in the Blackhawk order, is grounded to the second baseman and grounded back to the pitcher his last time up. The lefty 0 for 2 today. Coming in, though, hitting .358 on the year, and he goes after one outside and low, and he pokes it out of play down the left field line, and that'll be strike one. Lowe trying to keep the inning alive here for the Hawks, who trail it by a score of 7-1 on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. Pitch in, a swing and a miss by Lowe, and he falls behind in the count 0-2. Been a strong performance by the right-hander Austin Chastain, the senior, and he's trying to close it out in fine fashion as well here today and pick up the win. Shakes off coat, now has one that he likes. And a time called by Lowe before the 0-2 pitch can be delivered. Hunter Thomas on deck here for the Blackhawks. Austin Chastain trying to get things settled in and get this win here today and get a 5-game winning streak for the Rams. Next pitch is off speed. It's outside and low for ball one. Count goes to 1-2. Allstott grounded out to third to start the inning. Mackie Lowe at the plate is now 1-2. The lefty steps out now back in. Chastain on the hill. The wind, the 1-2 pitch, and it sails high. Took a little bit off that changeup, and the count goes to 2-2. Lowe is battled back as he steps in. As Blackhawks only one run back in the fourth, and that was an unearned run to their credit. And the 2-2 pitch by Chastain on the way. Swing and a foul tip into the mid of Coat. And that will be out number 2 of the inning. And for Chastain, that'll be strikeout number 6 of the day. And that'll bring up Hunter Thomas. Thomas struck out looking in the third and singled in the fifth inning of play. And then Beavers, his courtesy runner, got caught in a rundown. So 2 outs, nobody on, and this one sails all the way back on the inside part to the screen, and it's 1-0 on Hunter Thomas, the right fielder today for the Blackhawks. Hunter coming into today's game, hitting .300 on the season. He's a right-handed hitting, playing right field, and it's been an adventure out there with that win today in right field. The next pitch is a breaking ball that's inside, and Thomas ahead in the count now 2-0. Valley needs base runners, but the Rams want to shut the door right here if they can with 2 outs and nobody on in the seventh. Swing and a miss by Thomas. Count goes to 2-1. Austin Chastain trying to pick up today for the Rams, his second win of the year. But again, he's had that ERA well around 1.6, and this one's popped up out into right center field coming over. Thornton, he's not going to get it. And that'll be a 2-out hit for Hunter Thomas to keep the inning and the game alive here for the Blackhawks. For the Blackhawks, just their third hit of the day, and Hunter Thomas has 2 of the 3 hits. And that'll bring up Blake Buchanan, second baseman for the Hawks, struck out looking in the second, and he popped out to the shortstop the last time up. Runner on down at first, I believe Beavers. Nope, they're going to keep Thomas in as the runner, no courtesy runner this time. As Buchanan at the plate, he pops the first one up, and it's going to be straight out of play behind us. And get a few people scattered, and that'll be strike 1 on Blake. Blake coming in today, hitting .292 on the year. Base runner is Thomas down at first with 2 outs in the inning. Chastain now pitching from the stretch. Checks the runner, not big lead at all, and it's fouled off at the plate by Buchanan, and he's behind in the count now 0-2 as Valley down to their last strike of this ball game. 7-1, Rams on top here in the top half of the seventh at Trinkle Field. Hunter Thomas got a 2-out single. He's down at first base. Buchanan behind in the count 0-2. Chastain from the stretch brings it home, and it's a strike called on the outside part of the plate. And a strikeout to end the inning and the ball game here for Valley as Chastain, a seventh strikeout game here today. And in this seventh inning for the Blackhawks, there were no runs. There was one hit, one man left on, and no Ram errors. Your final today on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard, it reads Paoli 7, Springs Valley 1. You're listening to Rams Baseball on Mix 95.3.
Invest where it matters most in the people and the potential of Orange County. Over the last decade, through the power of giving, the Orange County Community Foundation has helped thousands achieve their dreams, distributing numerous dollars in scholarships and grants from endowed funds. And we're just getting started. Scholarship applications will open soon, giving Orange County students the chance to unlock new opportunities, realize their full potential, and leave their mark on the world. Plus, be on the lookout for details on our unrestricted grants program, empowering local nonprofits to continue their philanthropic work and address the most pressing needs in our community. In 2024 alone, this grant cycle poured over $85,000 into our community, supporting many programs. Looking to make a lasting difference? Start a fund with us today and create a legacy that grows year after year. Call us at 812-723-4150 because your generosity shapes tomorrow. Together, we're building a better community. One scholarship, one grant, one legacy at a time.
Discover the convenience of Hoosier Hardware, now offering a comprehensive selection of ammunition for all your shooting needs. Located on 1st Street, 1 block from the square, we are your one-stop shop for plumbing, electrical, painting, mobile home parts, water heaters, and general hardware supplies. In addition to our extensive inventory, we fill propane tanks, providing you with a cost-effective solution. Visit us today or call 812-723-2708 to see why Hoosier Hardware stands out for quality and service in the community.
Are you concerned about the economy, interest rates, or current market conditions? For timely information based on sophisticated research, call Raymond James Financial Advisors Jamie Sullivan or Jenny Baker at 812-849-2670. They can discuss your specific needs and provide you with investment choices that make sense for you. Call 812-849-2670 in Mitchell for an appointment. Raymond James & Associates Incorporated, member New York Stock Exchange SIPC. Life well planned.
Rams sweep the two-game series here between themselves and their county conference rival Springs Valley, winning the first game 4-2. Here today at Trinkle Field, though, Rams a 7-1 winner over the Springs Valley Blackhawks. The Rams 7 runs on 6 hits, committed 1 error, leave 5 men on base. Valley with 1 run, they had 3 hits, committed 2 errors, and they leave 2 base runners on. Rams jumped out to a quick 2-0 lead as they picked up 2 runs on 2 hits in that first inning of play. Then they added 2 more in the third on 2 runs on 2 hits as the Blackhawks got their only unearned run of the game in the fourth inning of play. Then Paoli answers with 2 more in the fifth as, once again, 2 runs, 2 hits seem to be the theme of the day. And the Rams get 1 more run in the seventh to make it a 7-1 victory here today over the Springs Valley Blackhawks. The Rams now have won 5 in a row and improved to 11-6 on the season. This loss by Valley snaps their 4-game winning streak, and they pull even at the 500 mark now at 9-9. Again, the Paoli Rams win it 7-1. We'll have more from Trinkle Field. You're listening to Rams Baseball on Mix 95.3.
Looking for
Are you looking for top quality crushed stone in Harrison County? Look no further than Davis Crushed Stone in DePaul. At Davis Crushed Stone, they have been serving southern Indiana for years, providing the highest quality crushed stone for all your construction needs. Their locally sourced stone is perfect for driveways, roads, landscaping, and much more. Plus, the friendly staff can assist you with your order, ensuring you get exactly what you need. They'll even deliver it right to your doorstep, making your project hassle-free. Choose Davis Crushed Stone for your next project. Give them a call at 812-347-2707. In need of a financial checkup? Consider Whitfield Investments for comprehensive investment advice and wealth management services. As a passionate Paoli native, Wes Whitfield places the needs of his clients first as he works to grow a stronger, financially savvy community of investors, families, and individuals. Give Whitfield Investments a call today at 812-203-2545 to learn more about how Wes can help you stay on track with your goals, both now and in the future.
Tired of slow internet and weak Wi-Fi? Get connected with Orange County Fiber. your local reliable fiber internet service. With powerful parental controls, device prioritization, and built-in cybersecurity, your whole family can browse, stream, and game with confidence. And that's not all. Some plans even include indoor and outdoor cameras or video doorbells for extra peace of mind. Call Orange County Fiber at 812-865-2229. Fast, safe, and smart internet for your home or business.
Great complete game victory by right-hander Austin Chastain, the senior for the Rams, as he goes 7 innings today, only giving up 1 run on 3 hits, struck out 7, walked 1 batter, did not hit a batter. So Austin was in control here from the very beginning, as he had in this ball game a total of 4, 1, 2, 3 innings to his credit, and he was able to keep the Hawks at bay. Again, Valley only those 2 hits here this afternoon, actually 3 hits, 2 of those coming off the bat of Hunter Thomas and the other by Manny Pantoja. For the Rams today, again, the top of the order does the job. Cooper Spires had a single and a run scored. Kirkland Hughes a big day as he had 2 runs scored, a single and a double and an RBI. Tyler Hannon had a double and 2 runs scored, a walk sandwiched in there. Dom Garcia had a big hit back in the 5th inning, and he came around to score a run as well. And then the Rams able to scratch out an unearned run in that 6th inning, as that proved to be their 7th run of the ball game, and they win it here today 7-1. Again, Chastain, your winner. Austin goes to 2-3 on the year. Landon Weeks pitched well enough, but just couldn't get any support from the plate here today. Chastain holds the Blackhawks to just 3 hits, and the last time that they played 10 days ago, Tyler Hannon limited the Hawks to just 2 hits on 2 runs. So Valley has struggled against Rams pitching here this season. Weeks will take the loss. Landon falls to 3-4 on the year. He did go 6 innings as he gave up 7 runs on 6 hits, struck out 4, and walked 4 today here in the losing cause. The Rams win it. They're victorious here today, 7-1. We'll come back to Trinkle Field to wrap things up. You're listening to Rams Baseball on Mix 95.3.
Need a quick Need a quick bite or cold drink or fuel for the road? Head to Betty's Food and Fuel, right across from Walmart at 656 North Gospel Street in Paoli. We're locally owned and operated and open Monday through Saturdays from 5 a.m. to 11 p.m. and Sundays from 6 to 10 p.m. Enjoy competitive gas, daily food specials, a hot deli, fresh wraps, salads, and cold sandwiches. Need an ATM or lottery ticket? We have both. Find us on Facebook at Betty's Food and Fuel. For questions, call 812-203-0227. Betty's Food and Fuel, the one-stop shop.
The win, the Rams improved to 11-6 on the year. As we mentioned, have won 5 in a row, and the Blackhawks fall to 500 at 9-9 as they snap a 4-game winning streak. Comes to a close here today at Trinkle Field. Well, looking ahead even further, don't like to do that, but we will, because sectional play is coming up at the end of the month. And for the Rams, 2A sectional 46 at Mitchell. First games will be on Wednesday, May 27th, Clarksville and Salem in Game 1 at 5:30, followed by Crawford County and Paoli at 7:30. We'll have that game for you. And then on Saturday, the semifinal round, it'll be the winner of Game 1 taking on the winner of Game 2 at 11 a.m. Then in the bye game, it's Mitchell and Eastern. Those 2 winners come back for the championship game on Monday, June the 1st at 6 p.m. For the Valley Blackhawks, they're in Class A Sectional 64 at Tecumseh. Their opening day games will be on Wednesday, May 27th. Game 1, Tecumseh will take on Springs Valley at 5. Game 2, Wood Memorial tangles with Candleton. Semifinal games will be on Friday the 29th. Game 3, winner 1 takes on winner of Game 2 at 5, followed by the bye game with Evansville Christian taking on Northeast Du Bois. And then the championship game will be at 6:30 p.m. on Monday, June the 1st. So just a couple of weeks of regular season play is all that is left here for both of these ball clubs as they try and fine-tune and get some momentum heading into the postseason play. For the Springs Valley Blackhawks, they will be back in action on Wednesday night as they'll be traveling down to take on a possible sectional foe in the Northeast Du Bois Jeeps. That'll be a 5:30 first pitch. Meanwhile, for the Rams, they're back in action tomorrow night here at Trinkle Field as it will be a makeup game as the Rams will be taking on the Orleans Bulldogs, and that'll be a big conference game for Paoli and Orleans. If the Rams are able to win that, they could be in a tie for second place in the conference when it's all said and done. So we'll be back here at Trinkle Field tomorrow night for that county and conference showdown between the Rams and the Bulldogs. Here today at Trinkle Field, though, Valley comes in to meet the Rams for the second time this season, but it is Paoli taking home the victory. Again, your final today, a score of 7-1. As always, we want to thank all of our great sponsors for allowing us to bring you high school baseball, not only today, but throughout the entire season. A big thank you to our engineer and producer back at the studio. Great job, as always, by Melissa Wall. And most of all, thanks to you for listening. I'm Dave Dedrick. Again, your final today from Trinkle Field from the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard, Paoli 7, Springs Valley 1. You've been listening to Rams Baseball on Mix 95.3. Have a good evening.
Thank you for tuning in to today's coverage of high school sports on Mix 95.3 WUME. Our baseball and softball coverage brought to you all season long by Team OC Youth Mentoring, Whitfield Investments, Buddy's Food and Fuel, by RP Lumber, Riley Oil, Springer Insurance, Cave and Calcar Quarries, Orange County Casa, Hoosier Hills Credit Union, Hoosier Hardware, Paoli Health and Living Community, by Jeremy Payton.